So we're at Morrison Hotel Gallery. We specialize in music photography. We are at Glen Craig's opening exhibition for his show, A Day in the Life of Miles Davis.
It started off, I was working with Sid Bernstein, you know,
Right, of course.
Sid,
Yep.
man who brought the Beatles to
Yep.
the States.
Yep.
So I get a phone call, you know, we have an artist, Miles Davis, yeah, of course.
Right.
And we want to cross him over, the same thing that you guys are doing with some of your artists, into a wide audience.
Right.
We were doing that with B.B. King, other people.
Yeah.
So he said, can we do something? I said, yes, sure, fine. Let's set it up. So we go to the house, you know, and we start off that way. He finally answered the door,
Right.
and he let us in. And he said, okay, why don't you hear some stuff? And went and got some tapes, put them on the reel-to-reel, and then disappeared. He took a shower. He came back about a half an hour later, and then he proceeded to quiz to see how much Peter and everybody knew about the music and what he
Right.
was working with, and commented, blah, 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 blah. So it worked out that everybody passed the litmus test. Do
I
you
mean,
know?
basically, we're in the gym and we're on stage.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that really interested me in looking at the photos,
Uh-huh.
that there are two Mileses. And interestingly, the Miles in the gym, you know, in the macho territory of the gym, seems very sensitive and almost frail. And on stage, powerful.
Yeah, okay. This is a gym, if you go and do research on Gleason's.
Gleason, yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the most famous gyms in
It
New
still
York.
is.
Yeah,
It still is.
Gleason, yeah.
He did long bags, he did sparring, he
Right.
worked with the trainer,
Yeah.
and so there was, you know, complete workout.
Yeah,
This is a gym
yeah,
that's no nonsense.
Yeah.
It's no frills. Remember, this is 1969.
right,
Okay, so you know, here's a black person
yeah,
who's earning quite heavy,
yes,
okay, and he had a love for cars,
right,
and he was constantly being stopped by the police.
yeah. And there was that famous time that he was beaten up in back of Birdland.
Yeah, yeah, because people thought, like, how can you own this car kind of
Right,
thing, right?
right,
So it was a defense mechanism for the outside world.
yeah,
But in the inner person was very sensitive,
yeah,
very quiet.
Yeah.
His mind was always running a mile a minute,
right.
and he had a sense of humor, which a
That's-
lot of people don't
really,
know.
that's a side that you don't think of.
No, and to the people within the band and the organization and stuff
Yep.
like that, he was, you know, a great person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Miles at the Fillmore,
right,
which was important to us because Miles at the Fillmore is a concept.
yes,
It was Bill Graham was a savant, and he knew to introduce jazz to a rock audience.
Yes.
And so it galvanized that rock jazz scene, and Miles Davis was the man to do it. And
yeah,
he knew
because
that.
not only was he able to create music, but he had the presence of a rock star.
He had star power.
Yes,
And the courage to go into a rock club and play and perform that music. When you see, it's so visceral when you see these photos that Glenn took, and
I
that
know.
it captured the essence, the zeitgeist of what was going on in 1970
Right.
when in New York it was the right place for this to happen. They were there to see Neil Young,
Right.
but they were being introduced to Miles, and
Yeah.
he didn't want to go on first, so he arrived late.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, he arrived late so that he wouldn't be the opener, so
Right.
that he would have to go on.
right, so that he really would have something to go up against, as in the gym.
All the way.
Yeah.